Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. So, I had two of these painting of Alexander in my inventory. They're both 150 pounds each, and I dropped them thinking I could just drag them around. But what you see here is actually two of them stacked as a stack, which is, 300 pounds, which is impossible for me to move. Which is a bit weird, so I can't sell these paintings. So, good news is I have plenty of inventory space now. But before we go back up to our looting spree, I want to go ahead and just kind of clarify some things, obviously. So there's definitely people, there's definitely people who play this game a variety of ways. Like obviously there's the role players and all that stuff, and then there's the power gamers. The power gamey way you can play this game is do all the quests, then murder everybody for the extra XP and the extra loot. That's not really my goal in this. Like literally all I'm doing is I am not going to take the sides of the Magisters, and I'm going to kill the Magisters. That's pretty much it. I've been doing my best to kind of avoid grabbing any quests involving them. Now some quests do automatically complete for killing some of them, but I don't really know exactly what quests they involve. Because I mean, even if it's like a bad conclusion for some quests, you still get experience for it. It seems like as long as you get to a conclusion. The only thing that's a little bothersome about this little thing I'm doing here in this town is the fact that the Magisters aren't aggroing. That's the problem. I fully expected when I went and fought in the dock over here, and literally killed the Magister leadership here, that every Magister faction character would aggro. But as you can tell, I literally went to this room and killed everyone in this floor, and no one in the other floors cared. So unfortunately, it's just I don't like that because it means I can get first strikes. I try to kind of mitigate it some by using source magic to force them to aggro on me, but I don't have an infinite supply of source at the moment, and yeah. So at this point, I'm probably just gonna go around and slaughter them as best as I can, and just go from there. Obviously, exceptions are the Silent Watchers. Silent Watchers are, I mean, they do serve the Magisters, but they are literally sorcerers who've been drained of their source and are practically constructs. So I didn't kill them back in Fort Joy, and I don't intend on killing them here. Now, if they do aggro and attack me, I will kill them at that point. So I just want to go ahead and clarify all that, and I'm going to try my best to be consistent. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this. We got a bunch of books to pick up. That's weird. Okay, can you grab that? Wow, I can't grab either of these books? Huh, interesting. Okay, I guess you need telekinesis. Not a big deal. I picked up a book here of rogues. In his short description of a particular specimen of vagabond he claims to have encountered in his travels across the land, Hubert talks of shadowy skills largely involving short blades and the ability to liberate people of their belongings with or without their prior knowledge, or indeed their survival. Why the seven gods exist now, not now, nor ever have. Gods? Ha! Fairy tales, phantoms, what more? Who could mistake the mysteries of nature for the hand of a ghost? The bounty and beauty of nature, it seems foolish to assign this wonder to some unknown and unknowing entity. Some may request I cast my mind's gaze not upon the lilies of the field, but upon the soul of man and the higher beast. But this I submit, that I have inspected the inner workings of men and beasts living and dead, and I have found no soul, only squirming red and bleeding purple. There was no god in those private chambers. Of course we know the gods are real because we literally have spoken to them. But I get it, it's a joke on real-world atheism, I suppose. Raymond, I had hoped that this letter would prove unnecessary, but I am still waiting news about the fate of the Peacemaker. I want details. I had thought I had made that quite clear by now. If I have to fit a trip to Driftwood into my schedule, I'll be most displeased. Lady Dallas the Hammer. D is for troll. T is for troll by Harlan D. The term troll behavior refers to the way trolls live their lives, from killing and feeding to roaring and courtship rituals. Once you've begun to identify the trolls in your local meadow and caves, your next step is to find out how they behave. Luckily, this book is here to help. All trolls make for formidable foes, not just due to their size, but due to their talents for health regeneration. A half dozen adventurers could spend many a minute slashing away at a troll, only to make nary a permanent mark upon it. Some adventurers insist that burning or poisoning may prevent a troll from regenerating. Imagine their surprise when a troll wields those same skills against them with no apparent harm. This is because some trolls are weaker than others to certain elements. Violent trolls will use poison freely, but are averse to the sun and keep to the shadow. They are vulnerable to fire, which is just as well. You'll need a torch when searching for them. Blazebone trolls are eternally thirsty and thus tend to congregate near rivers and ponds. Use poison on them if you wish to help their healing capabilities. Amphibious trolls can breathe both under and above water, but they prefer clean, fresh air, given how quickly their tender lungs fill with fog and smoke. Behavioral notes. Death fog kills most living things instantly, but trolls have actually developed immunity with mild, prolonged exposure. If you encounter such a beast, they may be harmed only when a curse is applied to the appropriate attack method. Trolls are typically omnivores, but many are known to develop a taste for humanoid flesh. These creatures often lose their weaknesses entirely, though, as constructs of flesh and blood, they are not indestructible. Alright, well, on Origins of Lucian. There was a great need. The unfathomable darkness forces so great that the Seven themselves could not hold them at bay, began to gather like storm clouds over a great realm, and so they made a decision. They would put their differences, their rivalries, their pride aside and join in a single avatar, one who could unite their power into a single almighty force of good and order and good. Lucian was chosen among those summoned. Lucian the Worthy, Lucian the Seven times divine was he, and yet still he fell. Yeah, we read this before. I apologize. Alright. Go ahead and keep moving. So yeah, there's magisters in here as well, and they're not aggroed. Actually, they're upstairs, I believe. Alright, we'll make another save just in case. Let's play 19. The one thing I don't want to do is aggro the other villagers. So that's why I'm going to do this. They didn't attack. Are you serious? What do I have to do here? Why is it so hard to get friggin' magisters to attack me? Silent Watchers. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm cleaving. Oh my god, I missed someone that was literally on the ground. Alright, good times. Alright. Silent Watcher. 76% chance to hit. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's just because they're dodging. Got it. Alright, minor problem. I might accidentally hit Los. There we go. That Silent Watcher doesn't actually have a lot of stats. Oh my god, am I just short? There we go. Okay, this is not harming my attitude with the rest of the townsfolk, so that's good. A bit weird that it doesn't, but whatever. Handkerchief, okay, whatever. Did break a few containers, but I suppose that's a fair trade. Alright. See if we can find any other fellows here. Oh, so this beggar here is asking for money to help his poor dog, but his poor dog's actually...
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
Pet the dog.
It snaps at your hand.
Lay your hand upon its neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat.
Slide your hand beneath its studded collar.
Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
You think he can heal the creature's pain? Lay your hands on him and whisper soothing words.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet.
Turn the collar inside out.
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone. He licks your hand and grins. Then he turns to his master, gives him one loud bark of protest, and leaves.
A man and his dog. We encountered a beggar with a sick dog. What could be afflicting the mutt? We learned that the dog is in pain because some inward-facing studs on his collar. The man is using his dog's pain for his profit. He helped the dog. It seemed grateful.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
Mention the dog's spike collar. Tell him he's cruel.
God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
Tell him to get out of town.
No.
Tell him you'll tell the people what he did.
You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
Turn away.
Go on then, get lost, you free...
No, I didn't. I actually didn't do that.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. Then get out of the way. Penny for a sick dog, people. Go on there. Penny for...
I'm pretty sure that bugged, because I didn't extort any money from him. I kind of hate the fact that the only option is to extort money from him. What's up, you?
Lucian's Day is coming up, and there'll be no steak on the table.
You don't say.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Divine order
Joy.
to march against the ancient
Alright, just looking around to see if there's any other magisters in the area. It's looking like no, at least over here. I'll go and fight the other ones over here. I won't harm the townsfolk for obvious reasons.
Abby and Sam did.
Enjoy. He's actually a pretty tough one. Alright. Oh, one down. And I missed, but got the cleave.
No! No! Hold us!
He's now terrified. Alright. Sorry about Facebook messages. Oh, I sold some of this, didn't I? That's right, I did. Now, funny enough, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that the attacking Magisters here doesn't actually aggro all of them, because you can actually get into a combat with one of them on the opposite end. The guards on the opposite end pretty much are like, they have dogs over there and they're like, hey, yeah, you're probably sorcerers and we'll attack you. So, but still, I kind of wish at some point it would like, you know, fully aggro. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. We've wiped out a good number of them. Experience-wise, we're nowhere near a level. They're actually not worth that much experience. It's not after that last fight we did. I'm kind of curious about certain NPCs in this town after I, do all of this.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
You can't just charge in here and ransack my business!
So these guys are we're pretty much trying to get information from this guy here that runs this establishment. It's pretty much just more stuff about searching for the murderer that's been murdering all the Magisters. No, it's not me. There's someone else. Anyway. It's only two of you. Okie dokie then. Smack. Smack. Unfortunately, I'm breaking containers, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Alright. Let's handle this the only way I know how. With sweet, sweet, delicious violence.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
Yeah, it's like they don't even recognize it, that you're doing it. A little disappointing. Like, it's not, like I mentioned before, like, I'm not doing this to, like, power game or anything like that. I'm just a character that really does not tolerate the Magisters. Of course, if you go on the forums, they would be like, hey, yeah, Magisters did bad things, but they don't deserve this. But you've seen what the Magisters have done. They've literally, like, sucked souls out of people. I mean, they suck the source out of them and reduce constructs. They do pretty nasty, brutal things. Alright, so you can actually loot some of the stuff that's out here. for what it's worth. You can get things like, I don't know, this unidentified epic staff. There's definitely stuff over here we still need to loot as well. Excuse me. Now I'm smelly. Okay, we did that already. There are ways to avoid getting into a combat when leaving the village on the other side. You can just go by pretty much along the shoreline. It's not something I'm concerned with at the moment. I don't remember if there's anything down here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Legendary boots. And a stinky barrel of poison fish. Or bucket of poison fish, rather. Alright, let's take a look at the staff. Not that I care about it. Level 9, poison base, suffocate, critical chance, intelligence. This, on the other hand, is level 9, requires strength, has the bloodsucker skill attached to it. So bloodsucker is a necromancer ability where it heals you based off the amount of blood that's around you. So pretty much you just drink up the blood that's around you. So it's a slight increase. It does give us more movement and initiative, so not too shabby. So, you know, legendary. So we get bloodsucker. What we'll do is swap these in. I mean, we're probably not going to use it, but we have it. Also, we actually have room for another skill, so we'll take a Phoenix Dive. My cat's saying hello. Alright. We'll loot that barrel. Oops, go this way, please. No, don't loot it, sorry. Yeah, that one's not lootable. Well, it's lootable, but I don't want steel. Over here's a very short quest, but we'll pick it up later. Then do the looting. Okay. I wish they would run, but they only run based on the distance that you click from. Okay, augmenter. We're still a bit stinky at the moment, but that's okay.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
So these kids are playing, oh, there's an epic rain. 27 armor, warfare, necromancer. Alright, we'll replace our
Oh,
earlier ring.
always the sorcerer.
Now we have life drain on top of our usual stuff.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building. It turns towards you, like it's trying to tell you something.
Built up sand near the... Oh, is it talking about over there?
This fish is ugly.
Built up sand is it talking about? You're not helpful.
People don't want to leave the altar. There's no sense in solitude. People still need potions. They'll be by soon enough.
I'll miss Joe.
I believe the kids there have a quest, but
This fish is ugly.
I don't know if it's Magister related or not, but I'll grab it. Alright, got everything from that.
Easier said than done, Ada.
Hear ye! Divine order to march against...
There are a few Magisters in the inn.
Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's he?
Chest armor. The guy over here, this elf, Stuart, he's a former Magister, but was kicked out because he was an elf.
Work and nothing to show for it.
And he's trying to investigate the murder.
Might as well have rotted in the death fog.
And you can actually, if you solve the murder, you can either take the credit or give the credit to him. I don't know if there's anything else you can do with it, but
Sorcery
No
is.
rest. No rest.
Don't really
until
care.
The killer is found.
I'm going to send you to be cured, sorcerer. You can stay there with the dirty lizards. And
so those kids there that are playing, they're playing like Magisters and Sorcerers or something like that. And you could be like, do things like, oh yeah, you know, Alexandra could probably come back from the dead. And then they're like, yeah, we could do, yeah, that seems to make sense. And then they'll start playing, and then it's like, then the sorcerer, the person that's supposed to be playing as the sorcerer is like, oh, and it's like not having a good time. And then you can tell her, it's like, well, there's nothing in the rules that say you can't break your collar. And then they just continue playing. Just some fancy little flavor stuff. Grab that bottle of beer. Alright, I think we got most of the stuff. Go back here real quick. I'll probably just wait on fighting the Magisters in the inn for later. And there's Pox the cat.
The cat emits a flimsy meow and begins to hack, but fails to spit up a hairball.
what's this? I found
There
something.
you go. Dig, dig, dig. Cat skeleton. There's a bridge here, which we can actually cross if we teleport. We'll leave the outhouse alone. There's someone in it who's, well, we'll just say, not having a good time. I don't know if there's any quest-related stuff involving it, but I'm not too concerned about it. There's also a hidden chest over here, which I don't have a key for. Interesting. Not sure where I would get a key for it. No clue. Alright. We'll worry about the murder plot later. You actually, it goes better if you have a certain ability, which I don't have yet, because we've been ignoring the main plot so far. Which I'll probably continue to ignore for a bit longer.
You can figure this out. Come on.
Go away, Dallas, or I'll sorcery you. I'm going to send you to be cured, sorcerer. You can say that
So yeah, this is the, yeah, they have source hounds, which will sense you, and they will fight you. But even if you fight these guys, they will, the rest of them will not aggro.
Halt! The hounds smell sauce on you. Plenty of it, by the sound of them. Haven't got a collar for you. Damn it. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave. Hounds, at the ready.
Just unsheath your weapon. You've been itching for a fight all day.
Attack!
Alright. But yeah, I kind of understand why, like, in cases like this, you might fight these guys, but you don't have to worry about the others. It's probably just, probably for game design in the sake of, like, you know, being able to do all the quests, because people like to complete all the quests. That's, you know, normal RPG stuff. But, you know, as someone who also plays tabletop RPGs, I do like having consequences for my actions. Alright. So the big issue here is going to be... it's that guy there. Alright, what we'll do is we'll teleport him. I should put him forward, I'm an idiot. I'm probably out of range. Yeah, I am. Alright. What we'll do... we'll just move up like this. Like so. Then go... I can try to hope for a crit, I guess. Yeah, I screwed that up pretty bad. There's no way I'm going to one-shot this. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and encourage everybody. They're level 10, by the way. Elemental Totem. So that's going to do some elemental stuff. Okay, takes care of that. Alright, what I actually want... well, actually, I'm in ice, aren't I? Yep, I'm in ice, so I actually get the benefits of my elemental affinity. Alright. So what we're going to do at first... yeah, I can get everybody. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and do Dazing Bolt. All of them. Which stunned just about everybody. Except for the Hound for some reason. But he's frozen. So I guess that's a reason. Alright, and since they're frozen... we'll go ahead and just Winter Blast. Of course, killing this summoner kills the summon. Frozen again, good for you. gets us out on the opposite side. Though we don't really have any reason to be over here yet, at least as far as quests are concerned. We can get some quests to do that, but we'll deal with that later. Right now I'm kind of just blindly exploring. Obviously what we're supposed to be doing here is supposed to be going to What's-Her-Face's house and talking to her about how to get stronger as a sorcerer divine thing, but I am ignoring them pretty much. Just making sure I didn't miss any magisters over here. I didn't. Okay. We'll go up here real quick. Go ahead and loot these crates first. This beehive. There's a quick little quest we can do over here, and then there's some passageways we can go here if we really want to. No luck with the beehives.
I've spotted something.
Okay, there's a copper ring we just found. That's for a quest, which is for this guy, which we'll deal with in a second. Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
A fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
He's actually got money. I don't remember if it's mackerels or herrings that are... To be honest, I don't really need either of them, so... Yep.
The missus will kill me. She'll tear me a new mouth halfway down my neck.
Look where he's looking.
You see nothing.
I've gone and thrown my wedding ring in the water.
That's why he doesn't just walk in there and get the ring. It's not deep.
I could do that. I could. But seeing as the ring has a bit of sauce to it, like as not, going in there will attract Voidwoken. All things equal, between an angry wife and Voidwoken, I'm leaning towards the wife.
Tell him you'll go get the ring yourself.
I'm not asking you to risk your life on account of me and my marital woes, but if you fancy a paddle, you can go right ahead.
Okay. Lost and found. We told Lagan that we would search for his missing ring. We met a fisherman named Lagan at the waterfront in Driftwood. He lost his wedding ring somewhere nearby and can't bear to face his wife without it. Perhaps we can help him. Yep. Well, first, let's go ahead and do what's important here. Alright, level 10 Voidwoken. We got some froggy things, and then this big guy. This big guy is pretty much no threat. Biggest issue, of course, is the fact that the cleave is going to hit Los, and that will actually do quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to teleport you to here. There we go. Now we can hit some of them. Alright, we'll do a whirlwind, which hits all of them. And they leave behind, like, cursed water blood shit. Oh, got the kill. And of course I missed. Alright. Let's deal with them. These guys are immune to shock, but they are not immune to frozen. They do have pretty decent water resistance though. So if I want to, I can hit them all with Earthquake here. I am in water at the moment. So we'll do this. Almost there. Alright, both frozen. Alright, shooting little shocking loogies at us. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Slightly better. Oh, one thing we need to do that I completely forgot to do. Remove that. Switch that over, switch that over. Roll this over. Put that on there. Okay. Okay. Do what I can against these guys. Freeze one of them. And for the other one, go. Takes care of him. There you go. The NPC will come back on his own. Kind of just ran off. So I'm getting zapped right now. Probably should do something about that. Artillery Plant Skillbook. It's an earth spell that requires source to cast, but it summons a plant that can essentially blast like a bunch of poison everywhere. It's pretty decent. Cursed Electrified Steam. Okay, I think that's everything for that. Lose, you can go ahead and take this new book. Wherever it is. The copper ring, by the way, has +1 persuasion and 20% of water resistance. It's actually pretty good for that persuasion. Alright. Hey, NPC, there you are.
A horrified fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
That was terrifying. I need to get myself a new line of work. Something as far away from the water as I can go. Goat herd, high on a mountain. Spice trader in the deserts. Anything but this. If the missus will go for it, of course. She likes the beach.
Tell him you found a ring in the water just now.
You found it! How wonderful! The wife will be thrilled. Or she would if she ever found out about this, which of course she won't. But I can't thank you enough.
Take pity, give him his ring.
He slips the ring onto his finger, where it dangles loose.
I feel better already. I need to fatten myself up again so I don't lose it a second time. Can't be relying on the kindness of strangers to dig me out. The very best to you. I wish you well.
With a new confidence in his stance, he turns back to his fishing.
And there you go. Alright, Alright, we found a ring. It seemed to be infused with a small amount of source. A voidwoken appeared as we retrieved Lagan's ring. We have returned Lagan's wedding ring. Quick and easy. Alright. Well, with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and teleport back to Driftwood Square.
Keeping it together, Bree.
And we'll talk to the children down here and then probably call it a video.
I miss Joe's mum. Hello, Mrs.
Why do you... I want that belt. +1 bartering, +1 lucky charm. You have yourself a deal. I'll probably end up finding another belt that's better, but... heck. Not often you stumble upon something like that. Just need a little bit more. Yeah, we'll take that. Do we need short sticks? No. We're actually pretty good on that stuff. Yeah, we're good on it. Alright, we'll go ahead and accept this.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister.
I might have killed him.
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
Then I might not have killed him. Ask them what they expect to see staring at the water. Actually, tell them that's nothing. Your daddy's a god, probably.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird.
Ask them why they're staring in the water.
We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy. Fort Joy? That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back.
Tell them their friend is very strong and brave to go looking for his mum like that.
That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so.
Hide and seek. We talked to some children in Driftwood. They said that one of their friends disappeared while swimming.
I hope Joe doesn't smell when he comes back.
Alright, so we got ourselves a belt that has Lucky Charm on it. I've been saving all these belts, you know, for this opportunity to, like, you know, eventually upgrade, but now we could just do this. Bam, get some armor. Auto sort. Alright. Well, looking at all that, we gained about a half a level from our murder spree. Alright. So what we'll probably do, I could progress the main story, or I can go do more exploring. I think I want to do more exploring. Let's see. What direction do I want to go? I think I'm just going to hop the bridge. See what happens. sure what to do about that chest. You would think I would have a key for it, but I don't. Alright.
West, Blood Moon Island. South, Driftwood. East, the Meadows.
Alright, so we are now in the Meadows. This place is like, I think, a level 11 or 12. It's a bit above our pay grade. But enough of that for now. I am The Depressed Hero, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.